Hey everybody, this is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com. Thanks for joining me today on this beautiful July 4th, 2020. I'm so glad you guys could join me. And I want to show you a really cute video how to make this gorgeous card with the Prized Peony stamp set and the Peony Garden suite. And I don't know if you can see the shimmer on there. Can you guys see that shimmer? It's so beautiful. I just love it. I'm trying to get my computer live. Okay. All right. Carol's on here. Great. Hey, Carol. Anyway, let me show you in the catalog what products you're going to need. So if you look on page 82, 83, and 84, we're going to be using the paper here at the very bottom. And this is called the Peony Garden Designer Series paper. And I just love it. Every single piece in there is just gorgeous. And the suite, you get the bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. And you also get some vellum doilies and some faceted gems, the designer paper, the embossing folder, and some ribbon. This is the stamp set. Hopefully you can see that on my phone, on my video. I'm doing it from my phone. Hey Carol, I know it's purple. I thought about you when I was doing it. I thought about you and Jerry because I know that's your favorite color. All right, so there's the stamp set, which is absolutely beautiful. And so now, let me show you the measurements of everything. So you're gonna need this piece, which is, I think, smoky slate. I always get the gray granite and the smoky slate mixed up. Nope, it's gray granite. Okay, so gray granite, you need 5.5 by 8.5 folded in half. And then I've got the designer paper, which is 5 1/4 by 4. And then this is purple posy, 4 3/4 by 3.5. And white, whisper white, 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Let me see if I can get all that on the screen. Hopefully you can see that. All right, and then you need the gray granite ink pad. That's the only ink pad you need. And then these two stamps. So we're using the Love and Thanks to a Dear Friend, and then the actual big flower that's in that stamp set. So 2 stamps and 1 ink pad and just 4 sheets of paper. So it's a pretty easy card. Oh, and I forgot the blends. So I've also got the Stampin' Blends. I've got Old Olive, Light and Dark. I've got Light Smoky Slate and the Highland Heather Light and Dark. So you're going to need these blends to color. And then I've also got a piece of the ribbon. This is the Purple Posy ribbon that's carried over from last year. And then just some adhesive and things like that. So pretty easy card. This is what I did for a swap with a group of demonstrators in my area. I hosted a swap, so everybody had to do a card. We had to make 20 of each one. So everybody who joined had to do 1 card, and they made 20 of the same ones. And this was my card. So hopefully everybody loved it as much as I did. And this is that gorgeous stamp set, the Prized Peony. I think it's one of those distinctive stamps, and I've talked about that before because these are my favorite kind of stamps that Stampin' Up! Has. Oh, hey Carol, I have Carol Reed and Carol Selski. Thanks for joining me. And all of these are beautiful. Every single one, I just love it. This is definitely my favorite stamp set, and I know I say that a million times, but it is. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so let's take all these Post-its off and get started. So first thing you're gonna need is your white piece. That's the only piece we're stamping on, so I'm gonna set everything else aside. And I'm gonna do the words first. So I'm using that gray granite. See how these smoky slate and gray granite are almost the same? This is the smoky slate. So they're very similar. This has more, maybe a little bit touch of brown in it, I think. All right, so words go first, at the very bottom corner. So just like that, Love and Thanks to a Dear Friend. And then we're done with that. And then when I have a bigger stamp, I like to ink it up upside down. So I take the stamp, lay it down face up, take the ink pad, and just tap it all over. And then this is going to fit perfect right on here. And just give it a good push. Make sure that ink sets in there, and you're all set. Alright, so that's it for stamping. Now we're going to start coloring. And I like to start with the darker colors first. So I've got my dark Old Olive and my dark Highland Heather. I didn't have Purple Posy yet. I had to order that, so that's why we're using this one instead. Alright, so I'm going to start with the green. When I do the darker ones, I like to use the thinner tip. And we do have a fat tip and a brush tip and a thin tip. And I like the thinner tips for the darker ones. And I just go over, and these distinctive ones, it's really easy because it's already got the shading for you. So you know exactly where to put the darker color. So I kind of go around the edge, and wherever it's got the darker shading, I put the darker color in there. Hopefully this is, let me move it up. I don't know why, when I'm coloring I like to pull everything close to me, but then it gets out of the screen of the video. But it's just easier for me to see it. But then you can't see it, so that kind of defeats the point. Does anybody do anything cool for July 4th today? Hey Sue, hi Patty. Not me. I am going to relax as soon as I do this video. I'm going to do some more stamping. I already went to the grocery store, which was a crazy mob scene. I don't know why I picked today to go to the grocery store, because it was my day off, that's why. But I had an episode of road rage from somebody on the way to the store and on the way home. Because now since I've moved, I have to hop on the interstate to get to the grocery store. Well, to get to the Kroger, that's my favorite grocery store. I have to hop on the interstate. So I'm getting on the interstate and I'm merging, and this car is next to me, and I try to speed up, he speeds up. I try to slow down, he slows down. So he's like blocking me from getting on the interstate. And I'm just looking at him, and he's pulling a boat, which makes it even worse. So I ended up having to like go in the median past the exit and wait until he passed to get on. I'm like, okay, what a jerk. That's how my morning started. I don't know what is wrong with people, you know, just let people get on the interstate. Just let them merge, you know, have some kindness when you're driving. Well, then I leave the grocery store, go to get back on the interstate, and the exact same thing happens again. And I've got my blinker on. I'm trying to merge over. And this guy in a big truck, you know, I'm ahead of him, and I have my blinker on, and he looks like he's slowing down to let me over, so I start to move over. Well, then he speeds up, so I can't get over. And I'm like, seriously, buddy? I don't understand why everybody's in such a bad mood today. So I slow down a little bit. Well, then he slows down. And so it's like these people are just playing these games. I don't know what's going on. So I end up getting in front of him. Well, then he speeds up as soon as it gets into more lanes. Speeds up, comes next to me, and flips me off. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm like the nicest person. I don't know what I deserved to deserve this, but I don't know. So that's how my day started. So hopefully you guys are having a better day than me. But anyway, I got my groceries and got everything. So now I'm going to stamp the rest of the day. I'm going to take my clothes off after I do this video and put some pajamas on and just relax. So I left my clothes on for you. So I hope you appreciate that. Hey, Betty. All right. So now I've done the dark green. So that's for the leaves. Oops, I forgot one leaf. Wait a minute. Let's go back and do this little teeny one that I forget about. All right, so now I've got the dark Highland Heather. So I'm gonna go in and just shade these spots. Now I've watched a lot of other people color online, and there are some fantastic, amazing people that can watercolor and do the blends and all that. But sometimes they take like an hour to do one flower, and I just don't have that kind of time. So I do it really quickly, and I think it comes out okay. You know, I mean, it's not like an A+, but I think it's a good A- if I was getting graded on it. So, but I'd rather do, you know, 10 cards in an hour than one. So If you guys love coloring and you have all day to color, then that's awesome, but I don't, so I try to do it pretty quickly. All right, so I'm just going and coloring over all these like gray areas where there's gray shading. All right, I'm almost done. And of course, the slower you go, the better it's gonna look, but I'm into the fast and quick and easy way. All right, so that's pretty good. Oops, don't forget about this one over here. Just put some in there. I think I'm gonna add, you know, the saying is you can always go back and add more color, but you can't take it away. Although you can kind of take it away with the color lifter, so, but it is easier to add more than take it away. All right, so that's my dark coloring. All right, now I'm gonna go back with the light Old Olive and color in this. So the lighter one's easier because you just have to blend it. So you color the whole thing. Now my tip, because I've used this in class, has gotten kind of ruined. So when you're using this, you always want to use the side of it. I don't know if you can see how mine's like not really sharp anymore. You don't ever want to be doing this because that's going to mess your tip up. So I tend to use the other end now more because, oh, now my neighbor's out chopping down his tree. In case you hear that chainsaw going. Okay. Just turn your volume up. Here you go. All right, so just keep on coloring. And you can see right now it looks like it's not blending, but in a second it will. It just kind of blends right in there. And I'm just gonna keep turning my paper as I go. And try to ignore that chainsaw out front. My neighbor across the street hasn't done yard work in like 2 months since I've lived in this house. You know, you guys know I moved about 3 months ago. And I made a comment to the guy one day when his wife was going out to mow the grass because it was about 2 feet tall. And I told her, I said, you better be careful. I said, you might get lost in that little jungle you got going on. She thought it was funny though. But she said, she even agreed with me that it got out of hand. But they just don't like to do yard work. But for some reason today, he actually got out there on a riding mower, which I've never seen before. In 3 months I've been here, and he never mows the grass. I'm thinking, if you had a riding lawnmower, why aren't you out there every week doing it? I would be, because I mow my grass every 5 days with a push mower. But I think I'm shaming the neighbors because now some of them are actually trying to make their yards look better. So hopefully I'll be a good influence on this street. Because as of right now, there's only 2 of us that really take care of their yards. Alright, so that's the green all blended in. So, and as it sits, it's going to blend even better. But you can go back over it if you want to. And the more you color it, the better it'll blend. Alright, so isn't that beautiful? Alright, and then we've got the light purple. Oh, hey, Robin. Alright, so we've got the light purple. I'm going to use the brush tip for that one. So I'm just going to go over the whole entire thing. I know I keep pulling it forward. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it away from me so it'll be in the picture. It's just harder to see when I have it farther away. You know, I'm getting old and my eyes don't work as well. Oh good, he stopped the chainsaw for a minute. Alright, let me hurry up and color. I was actually pretty good at the grocery store today. I didn't buy anything like too fattening. I bought lots of fruit. I got a cantaloupe, watermelon, peaches. They had lots of good stuff there. I'm going to try and get healthy soon and lose some weight because my pants for work are all getting too tight and I'm not going to buy a bigger size. I know you guys are with me on this because this COVID, it's like the freshman 15, it's called the COVID 15. Everybody's put on weight since this thing started because we've been sitting around doing nothing. Alright, so I'm going to let that just set for a minute and blend in. Oops, forgot that one. Alright, So what do you think so far? Give me a thumbs up if you like it. We've got one more color to do. I decided to add this gray because my paper that I'm putting it on is gray. So I wanted to add just a little bit of gray onto the flower. And I wanted to show you something too. When you're doing the blends, they do tend to bleed through your paper, so always make sure you have a mat underneath. Okay, so let's get the gray going. So I'm just going to go over a few little areas and put some gray in here. Doesn't really matter where, but it's just going to give it a little bit of highlight with some gray in there to kind of blend it with paper. So I'm just adding just a little bit, really in no random order. I know if I was an artist, I would have some kind of reasoning for doing this, but I don't, because I'm not really an artist. Stampin' Up stamps are, that's why I love them so much, because you don't really have to be that talented. All you gotta do is stamp it and then color it. So if you can color it all, then you can do this. And the Stampin' blends are so forgiving, it's almost impossible to mess them up. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I'll hold it up close. Can you see where I did the gray? And as that dries, it's gonna totally blend together and it's really gonna be beautiful. All right, can I get a thumbs up from anybody or a heart or any? Give me some loving, girls. Oh, Carol says she can't find the thumbs up. Okay, give me a smiley face or a heart. All right, now we're gonna put it together. And this one I did a little bit different. So I like my green glue when I'm putting stuff together. Whoops, I forgot the Post-it on this one. All right, so let me put my green glue, the Tombow. Oops, this one's almost empty. All right, put that down. All right, and then I decided to do these two kind of catty-cornered a little bit. So I've got the purple going a little bit to the left. And I just tried to get it to touch. Oops, let me straighten it out. So it's kind of, oops, I got a sticky thing on there. I was trying to get it to touch maybe this side, like the edges of that. And the good thing about the green glue is you can kind of mess with it a little bit until it really dries. All right, then this one actually goes back on straight again. So it's lined up with, oops, that was not good. This one's lined up straight with that gray paper. So you're gonna have a little bit of purple showing. I like this because it shows more purple. So get it lined up straight. Hopefully that's pretty straight. All right, and then we've got our little ribbon. I did it ahead of time, but now I can't find it. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I just tied a little knot. This is just a single knot with that ribbon. I'll put it on with a glue dot. And I just stick it right to the glue dot, pick it up, and I'm gonna put that right on the stem, like that. And then you know my favorite thing to do at the end of every card is add some shimmer. So let me get my tray out, put it in here for you, shake it up, and give it a good spritz. And oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that is. I love it. Look at all that shimmer. Can you see it? Oh, Diane, hey. I just saw you on there. Oh, and Sue. Can you see the shimmer? All right. So that's my card for today. I hope you loved it. I'm going to try and do a mystery card today while I'm stamping. So hopefully I will be able to post that later today or tomorrow morning, and then I'll do a video on that probably tomorrow. So I hope you join me for that and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys are, you know, spending time with your family and your friends, doing something fun. It's a little bit hot out, so hopefully you have a swimming pool or somewhere to go. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend, and thanks for watching my video. If you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get all my videos. And you guys have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.